Hi there, my name is Paul, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is the quickest, cheapest and easiest way to get your plumbing company advert on the first page of Google. Now this can be achieved without using Google AdWords or any other kind of pay-per-click program that you might be registered with, or even using Google Places. So first of all, let's talk about local online advertising, and while it is important to advertise locally offline, if you're not in Google's search results, and in particular on the first page of Google, you're going to miss out on a massive amount of potential customers. But this throws up a couple of problems. The first problem is that it produces massive competition. Now, if you go to Google and put something like emergency plumber in, plus the name of the city or town when you live, you'll see in those listings a huge number of different plumbing companies all competing for those same search terms. And the second problem that is produced is that there's only a small number of searches. So if someone is searching for a local plumbing company wherever they live, and they come to Google and put those search terms in there, we're going to show in a minute that there's only a small number of searches. But the thing is, with those small number of searches, there's a huge amount of different companies going after those same results. So it produces massive competition for you as a plumbing company. So what we're going to do now is just go into Google and use their keyword tool just to back up what I'm saying here. Right, here we are at Google's keyword tool. Now we want to do a particular kind of search. Now you see over here where it says broad, exact or phrase. I'm going to click the exact button, and this is where we're going to put our search terms in. So I'm going to put in emergency plumber, and I'm going to use Manchester as an example. I'm going to make sure that it says United Kingdom in the locations box, and then click the blue search button. Now that's thrown up the results for us. Now you can see I put emergency plumber Manchester. It says the competition is high, but as we move across, we can see here there's only 91 local monthly searches, which is a very small number indeed, I think. But if we go across even more, see where it says approximate CPC. This is cost per click. This is where the Google AdWords comes in, and it's £3.30. So the people that are competing for these terms, emergency plumber Manchester, and there's only 91 searches a month, are paying £3.30 every time someone clicks on their advert. So if we just do a Google search for that, for the terms emergency plumber Manchester, you can see in this pink box here, these are all the Google AdWords, and these are the ones down the right hand side. These are also Google AdWords, and this is where, for example, if I was to click on this one here, the cost to that person will be around about £3.30 depending on what they bid it to pay. But the fact is that they're in this position, they must be paying, plenty of money to be there. Now the other search results here, this is Google Places, and underneath that is the organic search results, which is where we want to get to initially. So if we just go back to our keyword tool, so as you can see here, competition is high, low monthly searches, and the pay-per-click is extremely high. And let's do a search for a couple of other towns as well. We do one for, say, Bristol. And again, see competition high. The local monthly searches has gone down even more, 73, but it's still £3.31 a click. Let's go for London. So you can see here competition is still high. The local monthly searches are a lot more, 880, but look at the cost per click. Look, £11.76. And if you're going to be paying that kind of money just to get a click on your advert, well, I think it's going to really sort of rinse out the advertising budget you may have. Probably quicker than the time it takes to flush out a radiator. It really will. So what we want to look at now is just how we can use a different way of getting on the first page of Google. So as you can see, the keyword tool has thrown up the proof really of how many searches are going on, which is not too many, but the cost of also the competition is high, and the cost in order to be on the first page of Google is very, very high indeed, very costly indeed. So what we want to do is look at the quickest and easiest way to get on the first page of Google. And in order to do this, you have to make your adverts stand out from the crowd. But what is also important is in order to beat your competition, but you want to do it without all the expense, as I've already mentioned about Google AdWords. And the great thing is that this method can be done, and it can get your advert on the first page of Google in just a few hours. Not days or weeks, but hours. So here's what I'd like you to do. Fill in the form on this page and just put your details in there and just click the button below the form. And what will happen is that you'll get immediate access to be shown this method on how to do this. So just fill in the form, put your details in, click the button, and I'll see you on the other side.